Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike on the Water TV. So, I know, different scenery. I'm in my garage, and I was just finishing up some tackle from this last tournament. It's been a week since I got back. It was Leech and 10 Mile this weekend. Definitely lessons learned. On Leech, it was a green pumpkin jig with a black and blue trailer. Docks were still a big deal, but fish were definitely moving out. The quality ones were moving out to the edge, the outer edge. And then 10 Mile was a different story. 10 Mile was a sunny day, but it was a cold front that came in the day before. And I mean, docks were still a thing, you know, lily pads. I caught one off the, I only caught 2 fish that tournament. Leech, I had a limit. In Leech, I got 5th place. And then on 10 Mile, I got 10th. But 2 fish, I had 7 pounds. But it was tough for everybody, that tournament, just because it was hard to catch them, because the wind was blowing, cold front had come in, and it was sunny out. So it was, I don't know. Where fish should have been, they weren't. Where I thought they should be, it was tough. But the next ones are Woman Lake and Birch Lake, so I'm looking forward to those in July. Those are definitely going to be some offshore points and some weed beds and whatnot. But yeah, I got everything tied back on here. Just laying in the boat here. This is my own personal boat. I just kind of, it's a little short for some of the bodies of water we're fishing, so I just decided to go co-angling fishing this year. That's why I did that. But I'm just gonna sit here, and these are my little pan fishing rods. Every time I go to the lake, anytime I go to a tournament, I always take one with, just to go fun fishing. You know, like the day before or whatever. But so these little guys, I always take a couple of little, I don't know, I guess I would just kind of take some different stuff with, and go from there. But now, I have to, and you see guys, like this is what I use on all my stuff. These little snaps, maybe. These little snap swivels. These things are awesome. That was a little trick my uncle taught me, I don't know, when I was a little kid. And I kept doing it. I use it on all my bass rods too. And you can get them in different sizes. I just use them because it's easier to move stuff in and out. But again, and then 10 Mile, I caught everything I caught all my fish on my Texas rig. So green pumpkin, purple flake, like it was just, I just went back to what I was confident in, and I caught some fish. So, but yeah, these things are, I always like doing this with rods, just because it makes it easier for kind of everybody. Let me grab something here. So yeah, everything I got, I mean, pretty much is, it's just kind of one of those deals where you got to put together a good bag, and you're not always going to do well. That's just the reality of tournament fishing. You can try. I mean, right now I made the Tournament of Champions as a rookie, so I'm doing better than I thought I would. Just from that little bit of experience that I do have now. Again, Leech and 10 Mile were both lakes I've never been to before. And if it was a rock bass tournament, I would have won that bastard by 100 miles, because I caught, God, I don't know how many of those stupid things. They got to be annoying. Like, they got to a point where they were so annoying, I literally just about threw all my rods in the lake, because it was that annoying. Like, I just couldn't deal with. Like, you cast to a dock. You know, you could see bass. I mean, you could see the largemouth in there. My big bass this weekend was 388. That was short of the big one for the tournament by a few ounces, like half an ounce or something. I think the winner had like a 4 or something. Like, it wasn't. But yep, so it's that easy. And that's what I do with all my, I showed you my bass rods going into the tournament, or into these tournaments. Ouch. Ow. And yes, that happens all the time. Come on, really? There you go. But yeah, I always take a panfish rod with me just for fun fishing. And now this wants to be funny. But yeah, I always take one with just to go fun fishing when I get to a new place, and kind of gives me. Oh, and in the Leech Lake tournament, I caught a muskie, like right at the boat. I was ready to take my lure out of the water and cast back out, and he came up and just smashed it right at the boat. Which was, I don't know. It is what it is, right? But yeah. So that's, I mean, I've had to come back and re-spool a rod. Here, I'll show you what I got going on here. So these are just my 2 panfish rods, just ignore those. But so Ned was good, tubes were good, so I tied those back on. This is gonna be my jig for Woman and Birch. It's just a wobble head, 3/4 wobber head with just a craw trailer, frog, obviously, Texas rig. And then I got a rod that's kind of empty right now. That's going to be a jig rod. On the other side of that's like a little swim bait, and then a chatterbait on the end down there. I don't know how much of that you guys saw. Here, I'll get this turned back around here. Well, maybe not. But anyway, yes, if you see over my shoulder, that was the old life. This is the new one. This rods and boat. But yeah, so I guess since I'm standing right here, let's kind of go over some tackle. I got a few minutes here. I always keep just a box of just miscellaneous stuff. So this is, I'll open this back up here. So this is a few jig heads. I got my tube heads in here. These are drop shot weights. There's some other weights in here. Drop shot hooks, bobbers, just, I don't know, kind of miscellaneous stuff. The snap swivels, different sizes. Do that. This is just kind of my miscellaneous, I don't know, jig box. It's like crappie jigs and just kind of goofy stuff. I don't even know why I carry it. Well, I do, but I don't. These 2 boxes right here are my boxes I take with me in the boat when I'm fishing. And then obviously my tournament rods. I only take 4 of those at a time. So I pick the 4 kind of more high probability lures for the tournament, and I throw those in the boat and off we go. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here in the garage this time, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.